The world today is complex and constantly changing. It seems that every day there is a new way for us to connect and communicate with each other, to share, to learn, and do business. And it seems that everyone is joining the conversation. In fact, today over 2 billion people worldwide are online and active on the thousands of social media outlets. Let's start by asking the question, just what is social media? Conventional media such as television, newspapers, radio, and magazines essentially transmit information in one direction. Users consume the information the media offers, but have little or no ability to share their own ideas and views on the subject. Social media, however, gives the users the ability to interact with the content that is being distributed. Social media is the collection of online communications and services dedicated to community-based input, interaction, and the sharing of information, thoughts, ideas, personal messages, as well as other content such as photos and videos. And all of this content can be easily accessed through the web, mobile devices, text messaging, email, or any other existing or emerging communications platform. Types of social media include, but are not limited to, social networking sites, multimedia, photo and video sharing, business networking sites, online encyclopedias and databases commonly referred to as wikis, thousands of blogs and microblogs, and then of course countless online discussion sites, forums, and message boards. And as the tech revolution moves forward in this fast-paced economy, companies recognize the need to adapt to the progress and impact that the internet is so rapidly making. With levels of engagement increasing, social media has become a part of our daily lives, making it easier for us to access the information we need and giving us the ability to connect with anyone in the world. As a result, LeeBoy has several social media outlets and company-sponsored pages. They are Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and YouTube. These official sites are operated and maintained by the LeeBoy marketing department, all of which are accessible from the LeeBoy homepage. And while social media involvement is encouraged, sometimes the lines are blurred for online audiences to distinguish between official company statements and individual online use. It is also inevitable that despite our best efforts to keep them separate, our professional and our personal lives will merge online at some point. Thankfully, we have tried and true standards to help guide us, even in this new online world. Under VT LeeBoy's social media policy, company policies and standards included in our Code of Business Ethics and Conduct and the Associate Manual apply to our employees' online conduct in the same manner as conduct that takes place offline. As a result, employees are expected to respect that only identified, designated spokespersons present official company statements on any matter by directing anyone seeking an official company position, statement, or response to the marketing department. And if social media conversations involve discussions about LeeBoy, be clear that you are not speaking on behalf of LeeBoy. Ensure truth and transparency in making promotional statements about any LeeBoy product or service by telling the social media audience that you are employed by LeeBoy and by making sure online statements are accurate and based in fact. Protect the integrity of confidential business information belonging to LeeBoy or its customers. The term confidential business information is a phrase that has particular meaning set forth in the social media policy and associate manual. Refrain from making comments to or about customers, vendors, suppliers, co-workers, or business partners which could be viewed as obscene, harassing, abusive, discriminatory, or could be characterized as an offensive slur. Observe laws governing copyright, fair use of copyrighted material owned by others, trademarks, and other intellectual property when posting online. Each associate is responsible for reading and reviewing our social media policy, which is available on the LeeBoy intranet and in the associate manual. Employees who have concerns about the use of social media or this policy should contact the Human Resources Department. Social media is a relatively new form of communication, where the landscape is constantly changing, with new platforms and technologies daily. Against this backdrop of newness, LeeBoy stands by the ideals set forth in our associate manual and our code of business conduct and ethics, those of honesty and integrity. These ideals have been reflected in specific provisions of the code and the associate manual for years, and they are now also reflected in our social media policy as well.